What's up, homies? I'm Red_Ghost, and today we're starting a series that every YouTube channel eventually goes to when the content hits a drop. TLDR, I'm the same. I'm starting with a popular one, my top 5 movies of 2021. Plague sweeping the globe is still real, so I didn't risk going to the theater for much, so most of these entries will be movies I saw on streaming services. That doesn't make them less credible in any way, mind you, just more safe and convenient. Anyway, I'm done rambling, let the list commence. Coming in at number 5 over the honorable mentions Godzilla vs. Kong and Red Notice is Raya and the Last Dragon. This movie was so much different from what Disney films typically are, and it was amazing. Forget the fact that we got actual fisticuffs between the main character and the secondary antagonist, but both were well-developed female characters with solid internal struggles that lead them to different ideas for solutions to the world's greatest problem. The greatest thing is that both learned to embrace trust at the last moment, something neither could do until the very end. The threat of the Droom, a faceless and voiceless enemy, serves the purpose of breaking the world apart before Raya and her friends piece it back together. Plus, it's just a fun, feel-good movie. Number 4 most certainly earned this spot. After the last entry into this part of the DCU, I was sure I'd never go back, but the addition of James Gunn and my friends really wanting to watch it got me there, and I'm glad I did. On an improvement scale, The Suicide Squad was a 10 out of 10 improvement. Not only were the characters better, but the writing was improved, the plot made sense, and I was actually invested in the fates of the main group. Well, most of them. I just hope that they can keep churning out more of these gems consistently so the DCU can flourish. Number 3 is the most recent movie I watched, and it's the one that knocked Godzilla vs. Kong off this list. The Unforgivable isn't anything groundbreaking, but it was one hell of a movie experience to watch with my family. My cousins and I were all so invested in this movie before we knew it and had competing theories and ideas the whole way through. Of course, you put Sandra Bullock and Viola Davis in a suspenseful crime drama, and that's already a recipe for success. Now, don't let these next two paint me as a diehard comic book fan. I'm not. I'll never be. But I loved both these films so much that it was hard to pick which one deserved the crown this year. However, my own superhero bias wasn't strong enough to grant the crown to SpiderMan No Way Home. I avoided every trailer and commercial and leak like my life depended on after the first trailer dropped, and I still failed. But man, this movie was great from start to finish. The way that they bring in all the other characters and villains and actually wrap them in stories that matter and grant closure to them individually was fantastic, beyond anything I've come to expect from Marvel movies. And number 1 is no different. For years I heard all the online yelling about the Snyder Cut, but I ignored it all the same. I saw the film Joss Whedon gave us and believed there was no way to redeem that film, and that it proved the DCU was as washed up as Whedon was. Of course, when the Snyder Cut was released on HBO Max, my same friends from the Suicide Squad got me roped into it. Finally, some of that online yelling made sense to me, specifically from the actor who played Cyborg, Ray Fisher. So much of his and Flash's storylines were cut that honestly told me why Whedon's cut sucked. The two of them together held so much connective tissue that once I saw Snyder's version, I felt absolutely cheated. Still, I'm glad this version came to Justice League fans and is easily the best we could have hoped for. I could go into a full review, but I want these videos all short and sweet. You want more of my opinions? Hit up my Discord, link in the description below. But that's my top 5 movies of 2021. Stay tuned for my next top 2021 video, my top 10 One Piece manga chapters. Later, homies.